Hi, this is Victor. Welcome to channel Vic 5 and Season 4. So today I'm going to show you a really helpful financial tool that you can create yourself. It's a amortization table with extra payments. So today I'm only going to create the table, and then tomorrow I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay. So let's get, and the neat thing with this table is that you can also use it for loans, credit cards, mortgage rates, mortgage payments, of course, and see what happens when you do extra payments at any point in time. Okay, so let's get started with creating the table. All right. So here we have Excel, and any Excel or spreadsheet program will work. But anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is put in the title, and I've already pre-typed it, so I'm just going to put it highlighted as black so you can see it, because I'm doing this one-handed. So there it is, amortization table with extra payments. So since it's a title, I like to increase the size and bold it. Okay, so then the first box we're going to need is the opening balance. So again, I'm going to highlight that. There is opening balance. The next thing we're going to need is the interest rate. So there it is there. Okay, and finally the monthly payment. Okay, there it is. Then over here is going to be our main table, and we're going to create some headers. So the first thing we're going to do is create the starting balance. So there is the starting balance. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is the interest rate. And there's interest rate. After that, it's going to be the monthly payment. Oh, sorry, the interest charge. Then we're going to have the monthly payment. Okay. Then we're going to follow that with the principal reduce, which is going to be, within every monthly payment, there's going to be principal and interest. So this will be the amount that your loan goes down by. Okay, so we're going to, there it is. Then we're going to add the extra payments. So if you want to make extra payments and see how that impacts your bottom line, then this is the area where we're going to put those numbers in. The next one is going to be the ending balance. Okay, so after every payment, monthly payment, this is going to be your ending principal balance. Okay. And then finally, of course, this column is going to be for number of payments. And this column is going to be for the date, the month and year. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so in creating an Excel amortization table, the first thing we do is the headers. So the next thing we're going to do is put in the formulas. So this is going to be fairly easy. So let's get started. Okay. So just to help visualize this better, I'm going to put in some values in here. So here I'm going to put in an opening balance. So since I'm talking about a mortgage, let's talk about a standard mortgage of about $400,000. 1, 2, 3. And of course, because it is dollars, I'm going to put this as dollars. There it is. Okay, the interest rate. Well, current interest rates are at about, I think, 3.2. So we're going to put 3.2. Alright, so that's the interest rate. The monthly payment, I don't know. It's let's just assume that right now a monthly payment of, say, $1,900 a month. Okay. So there we have it. Okay. So then over here, this is our first formula. So the starting balance, this one, the first line, of course, this is the first line. This first line is going to be different from all the other lines. So I'm just going to highlight that like that for the moment. Okay. So this first line is going to be equal to A5, which is the 400,000. So I'm going to do a plus. And then I'm going to click on this. And you can see A5. And I'm going to hit enter, and there's the value. The same thing with here. The interest rate is going to be all the same, so it's going to be plus, and it's going to be B5 right there. Okay. The interest charge, of course, is going to be this interest rate divided by 12 and then times by this, and that's going to be the interest charge for the month. So the interest charge is going to be calculated by doing a plus. It's going to be a value of this, so we're going to do a select there, and it's going to be divided by 100 because interest is divided by 100 as a decimal, so there it is. That's going to be divided by 12 months, so we're going to put 12, and then it's going to be multiplied by the starting balance, which is this amount here, which is that. So there is the formula for the interest charge. Now we're going to input some brackets so that we have the right order of operation. So then it's going to be sorry, it's going to be brackets in here. So we're going to do a bracket here. Okay, so 2 brackets in here. All right. Then we're going to put 1 bracket after the 100, because the first operation is going to be B8, which is the interest, divided by 100 to put it into decimal form. And the second bracket is going to be over here, so that it's going to be divided by 12 months. And then there is our final formula for the interest charge. Okay, so we're just going to hit enter, and there we have it. Okay, so there you go. So the monthly payment, of course, is going to be the same every month, so it's going to be equal to this value right over here. Okay. Then the principal reduced is going to be the monthly payment, which is going to be this minus the interest charge, which is this. So that means from a monthly payment of $1,900, $1,066.67 is going to be interest, and $833.33 is going to be principal, which means that the mortgage starting balance of $400,000 is going to be reduced by this value right here, $833.33. Okay, the extra payment for now is going to be 0. The ending balance, of course, is going to be plus this value here, 400,000, minus this value over here, which is the principal portion of the monthly payment. Okay, and then here we're going to have number of payments 1, 2, 3. We're just going to increase that. We're actually going to go this all the way to say 400. That'll cover up to say a 40-year mortgage. Okay, so as you can see, this number's increasing. I'm going to go down to about 400 or so. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's just enough for the loan. For example, a standard loan, you don't need 400 payments. Okay, so we're going to go back up here, and there it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze frame a couple of these. So I'm going to freeze frame it right there. So I'm going to go to View and freeze my panes, and there. So at least now, as you can see, there. Okay. Now I'm going to center this. So I'm going to just go to my home and center it, and now it's centered. Okay. The date I'm going to center as well. I'm going to go home to right there and center that. Okay, now the date is going to be this is January 2020, so I'm going to put in January space, oops. Oh, actually, I'm in caps. Oh, that's okay, I can be 2020. There. Okay, then I'm going to put in February. Whoops, sorry. February space 2020. And now I'm going to put in March. March, whoops, 2020. Okay, obviously I'm not going to do it all the way down the line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these two and toggle down all the way to my 398 payment. Okay, I'm going to do 400. Hold on, see? There. So the right. Hang on. And make this 400. Okay, so that's basically 33 years. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to go back up to the top, and there we have it. As you can see, it does work. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December 2020. And this is January 2021, 2022, and so forth. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so now we have to create the second line, because the second line is slightly different from the first, but very similar. So the starting balance on this second line is going to be actually the ending balance over here. So we're going to do plus there. Okay. The interest rate is going to be the same, so we're going to do plus and right above. Okay. The interest charge is going to be the same, so we're going to do plus above, because the interest charge, if you look at the value, it's plus C8, which is, oh, hold on. I'm going to have to put in that formula. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do plus, actually there, divided by 100, divided by 12, times the new starting balance, which is there. Okay. The monthly payment, of course, remains the same, so it can be fine like that. The principal reduced is, of course, going to be the same formula as there it is, as D8 minus C8. So it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be plus this minus that. And I see an error here. Hold on. We have, okay, let's do this again. We're going to do plus this divided by 100 divided by 12 times that. Okay. Oh, that's strange. Why is this doing that? That is really strange. Hang on here. Okay, let's figure this out again. So we're going to just do it. Plus, I'm going to use brackets. So I'm going to first type it in. Divided by 100. Divided by 12 times this value here. So I'm going to put brackets in place. So the brackets in place are going to be here. Alright, hang on. I have to find my brackets. Oh, there it is. There's my brackets. I'm going to put two brackets in here. First one is there. The next one is there. Oops, wrong bracket. And there we have it. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it prefers the brackets. Okay, so there we have what looks way better. Okay, extra payment is still going to be 0 for now. We'll calculate that later. Ending balance, of course, is going to be the same thing. It'll be plus the starting balance minus the principal reduced, which is there. And there you have your ending balance. Okay. So now that we've put the initial formulas in, now we need to just copy down the third line, because that line stays the same for all the way down. Okay, so let's do that. So again, this is the line that stays the same for all the way. So we're going to just copy that all the way down. And we're just going to go to the very end. And we're going to do a Control D for copy down. And when I do that, as you can see, there it is. Okay. Alright, so the now the this value here, what I want to do is change the format of this one to just a general number, so it's very easier to see the negative values. And there's a reason you want to see the negative values. So I'm going to change it from accounting to number. Okay, and as you can see, the dollar signs are removed, and what happens is when you go to a negative number right there, there it is. See that negative number right there? Now, of course, being that it's a number, we'll probably want to put in a comma just to help see the numbers better. Okay, so then we'll format. Where's the format? Other format cells. Do the number. Use the 1000 separator. Decimal spaces. We don't need decimal space. Oh yes, we do. 2. And do an OK. And there it is. Okay. So now, of course, this is a $400,000 mortgage, you know, at 3.2% for 25 years. So that means that in 2045, it should be, if this is correct, roughly should be finishing. So if we go to 4045, right here, you can see this is 2045. You'll see there's a line here, negative, minus 991. So that means in October of 2045, that mortgage is paid off. So you can see that the calculation, the table does work. Now let's go to a real example, just to verify again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this amortization. You can see this is a mortgage payment calculator, and as you can see, they've got a mortgage here of $395,200 for 25 years at 2.8%, and the monthly mortgage payment is $1,844. So let's plug that into our spreadsheet over here. So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to put in $395,200. The mortgage rate is 2.87, and the monthly payment was $1,844. So again, this should end in 2045. If we look over here, if you see right over here this line, after 300 payments, or the 300th payment, which is after 25 years, the payment is $1,742 instead of $1,844. So as you can see, the mortgage is paid off in 25 years. So the amortization table works. Now the exciting thing is when we start looking at different scenarios, which is what tomorrow's episode is going to be about. I'm going to show you how you can apply this table to a loan, a mortgage, a car loan, even a credit card. So you can figure out when the credit card is going to be paid off, what happens if you make extra payments, whatever payment that amount is going to be, and at any point in time, any month, or any time when you want to make that extra payment. And you can see exactly what happens and when you're done. So we'll be back tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Please subscribe. If you like this video, please give me a big like, and perfect. And I will see you tomorrow with how to use this table. Okay, bye-bye.